okay, right out the gate, this is easily the best Superman film we've ever had, which the bar wasn't admittedly high. It was still Superman the movie, so and that's like what 50 years old.
That's like what I wanted, but without the what is it? Without the fake outcry for attention's sake, just to get people mad for no apparent reason.
Well,
what you mean, like calling him super woke? No.
Yes.
This film is woke. I will tell you that it is.
But that's the thing, is that it's totally on brand for Superman and how he was created, and like you see that it's like this is comic Superman for the most part, and like seeing how people don't understand that, or they only know Superman in passing and think that whatever they thought of Superman is what he is, and that's not what he is, and then they're going off by that, and then like you see actual Superman fans going at it and saying, you don't know Superman, like the Superman we saw in that movie was the Superman that's in the comics, and that's like in the show, where he, like, surprise, surprise, he's he's a illegal immigrant that some Americans took him in and raised him as his own, and that's why he has a fondness for his parents, and he has these ideals that his parents raised him on, and that's what he's like literally trying to do throughout the whole movie. And it's spot for spot, it makes you uncomfortable, because guess what? Politicians are basically supervillains at this point.
Well, the movie tackles that whole issue very front facing. If you're aware of what's happening in the Middle East, you cannot watch this film and see some of the flags and the way that the people are acting and what they're saying and go, that is literally that person who's always on the news in the spotlight in this film. And I got a pretty good chuckle out of it because I went with my dad. He goes when the entire family goes because he likes to watch these films with me. And during the film, he just turns to me. He goes, they're speaking Bosnian and Serbian. Oh my God, this is the Butcher of Bosnia. I was like, James Gunn was pulling all sorts of little political G-side elements into the villains here, which, again, it makes sense for the sake of the film that they're telling, because this film, this is not an insult. Don't get it twisted. It's a Saturday morning cartoon come to life in every sense of the word.
Yeah. Like, it's 2 hours. It feels like 20 minutes.
Bro, there is a scene where the kaiju is stomping through Metropolis, and they cut to the cafe, and like the barista just looks up and goes, because it's just another Tuesday in Metropolis. Like, everybody just continues eating their food and drinking. There's one scene in the film where Superman and Lois are just having a calm, heart-to-heart talk, while in the distance, Metropolis is being attacked by another random thing on a Friday night, and they're just
it's just an interdimensional imp. It's fine.
It's like
the
movie
like,
gets
that's the funny thing about this, is that like it's the cowards come to life at this point, because people were questioning, like, to give a reference to this is to, was it the Multiverse of Madness, when they're fighting the not Eldritch character, that New Yorkers were getting used to this at this point, and they're just watching from afar, and it's just like, yeah, that's basically what it is. And now that if this keeps happening on it constantly, and technically know how to deal with it, it just becomes more of a nuisance, and you're just trying to get through your day, and you don't need the next Frankenstein monster going on a rampage. You want to get you just want to get your butt to work on time and not have to be stuck in traffic or waiting for everything to be on the clear.
Yeah, no, I did have to laugh, because isn't it the start of the movie where it says 300 years ago metahumans were a thing, and then like, everything's like a multiple of 3. It's like 300 years ago, 30 years ago.
I saw that.
3 years ago.
3 minutes ago, he lost his first fight. So like, you have all this quick established at the start, but the world is still very much run how we run ours.
Yep.
And so, would you really have that if you have like,
and also like
not Godzilla run around every week? Like,
exactly. Yeah, it's a little weird, but again, James Gunn just takes it like it's like he expects you to be the same people in the world that are just like, oh, come on, another attack on Metropolis. And I don't know if it's just me, but there's a scene in the film where they pull out into space and then they zoom back in. I'm pretty sure Metropolis in this is New York City, so it's not going to be Gotham. So Gotham is clearly going to be like, I don't know, Boston or Rhode Island or Jersey. Yeah, somewhere right next to it. Like, I like that aspect of it again. The world is fleshed out. They touch upon metahumans existing. They're just all over the place. The thing that stuck out to me a lot during this film was everybody I went with, who I talked with, even people that I see during these films that I'm not really friends with, I'm acquaintances because we only talk during the films and they watch pretty much everything Marvel DC. Every single person said that one scene when Lois is interviewing Clark, and that's really the only 5 minutes of the film we have to slow down before the film is like next. Everybody said that this is, in the best compliment possible, a de-aged version of Superman and Lois from that series. And it literally is, like, the way they butt heads with their politics and how they're growing. Every time they did a flashback in Superman and Lois, it was like this movie. And I feel like that James Gunn, as he was a giant fan of that show, he saw that and he was like, you can't do it better than the comics because that's what that TV series did as well. And those 5 minutes, man, even though they're slow, those are a perfect 5 minutes of Superman and Lois interacting, because you see their ideals are Superman is a loose cannon and he believes he can protect, but he oversteps.
He's a hothead. He's a hothead.
Yeah.
You can tell he's still new. But
the thing is, like, he's Captain America. If there's an issue, Captain America wants to go take care of that issue. And Lois is like, you got to get proper authority. He's like, I'm powerful. I am the authority, So it's like, I love that dynamic of those two. It's
the balance between you have to go through all the red tape, but by the time it gets to red tape, the problem's already over and then not the way you want.
Yeah, it's probably too late at that point. And he's like, I can stop it now and be a deterrent, but then other people and countries don't like that because it imposes on their own power, and that's where Lex comes in, where it's fake. I'm just trying to protect the people of Earth. No, you're not. You're just mad that there's someone stronger than you.
Yeah. Also, this is easily the best Lex we've ever gotten in live action. Bar none, this is it.
I had not a struggle, but it took me a while to come around to this Lex. I didn't know how I was feeling about this Lex for a good 2/3 of this movie. I don't know. It wasn't anything. It wasn't like Nicholas Hoult's fault at all, because I thought he did a really good job with it. It's just the style of Lex. Again, it's not inherently an issue. I was expecting the 40 cakes joke, because that is this version of Lex. It is that old golden age version of Lex. It's not
in like this. He is a loose cannon who believes money will save him out of any repercussion. That's who he is in this film, and I like it. He feels like
I do like how he's like obsessive, because like, don't want to go too much into it, but like, he obsessed over Superman to the point where he knows exactly what to do with him.
Yeah.
In certain situations.
That was actually a surprise genius move. And I was like, I remember at that point, Shay leans into me. She goes, "Oh, I get it." I was like, yeah, I really like that angle that they took with Lex and how he studied Superman. And again, like you said, it's a throwback. It's old school. It's not Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. It's not Lex from Superman and Lois. It's not Gene Hackman or Kevin Spacey. This is Lex. Like, that's the best. Like, imagine, I don't know, if Elon was bald and actually smart. That's what you got with this Lex. He's just like, I want to control the world, and I don't like Alien. So frame.
So Jeff Bezos, basically.
Yeah.
Bezos knows to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
No, it's, as I say, it's not inherently a problem. It just took me. I wasn't expecting this much of a cartoon, and I say cartoon in the least offensive way possible, version of Lex. It just took me a minute. It doesn't help as well that the film is like every other comic movie. It's running through everything.
Oh my god!
It's a sprint from start to finish, and it's not a bad thing here, because it is just 2 hours of Superman being Superman, which I would have liked a bit more Clark Kent, but
It is what it is because you get that sense. You get some of that sense from the very beginning where they give you the rundown of what's been happening on this Earth in the very beginning. I was all so that's how we're explaining everything. Okay.
Yeah, they don't like. That's a strength and weakness of this film because my daughter, she's not a big DC person. She's seen more Marvel. She's getting into DC slowly, and after the film, he was like, "So hold up, what is the DC universe like?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like this." She was like, "Okay, so Metropolis isn't like it exists, but so don't these other cities. But then New York might exist." I'm like, "It depends on the continuity." She was kind of like, "So just suspend belief." I was like, "With DC, kind of, yeah, you kind of have to go out of there a little bit." And that's
DC's a fantasy. Marvel's trying to be
more reality,
more realistic with it. But DC has like New York equivalent cities in essence, so.
Right? And like, I think there was a couple things in this film that really worked for me, including the cast. Some of the other cast members, like Guy Gardner. My God,
I loved Guy Gardner in this. Oh my God, so good.
Also, every time Hawkgirl flies in and starts screeching like a hawk,
I could not stop laughing at that for some reason.
There's two things this movie I can say I'm not a fan of. It doesn't hurt anything. I just wasn't a fan of Hawkgirl screeching. Her script is just screech.
Yeah.
Hate it. Did not like that in the slides. Like, no, that's a little too much. It's too much.
Because I thought it was a battle cry at first, but then I'm like, is she screeching? And like she's just screeching.
If that's when she first comes in, fine. But it's
bro,
it's every battle she's a part of. She's
the third or fourth time she did it. I was about to pull a WB exec, stand up and say, "This is the end of Marvel Studios." I was in on the stupidity.
That's James Gunn doing Pac-Man in Volume 2.
Yeah, like for some reason, even the dumb decisions that I should hate, like the screeching of Hawkgirl, I was into it. I cannot explain what this film did. Yeah,
it fits in the world that he's just made. I did not like it.
Yeah,
once she's to announce that she's there, fine. You don't need to have there's a 30-second shot of her screeching at someone's face.
Yeah,
it's like, you don't need this. This is just
and I don't want to get into a spoiler here with this plot point, but there is a plot in this that's running concurrent with everything and the jail, and that's all I'm gonna say. And they do in this film introduce the concept of where the jail is and how you access it. What it took Marvel Studios 15 years to get to try to explain and lay down the foundation of this is this plane of existence and this is this one. DC in this film and James Gunn just goes, "This exists. No further explanation needed." You're just like,
they do have the advantage of Marvel's the one that set it up for them.
Yeah,
so that idea is now a conscious thing people know about.
Exactly.
That's just like, who cares?
Yeah. It was a bold decision to do it, and I love it. Again, I need to watch this film again, but generally my first reaction in recent years has been accurate every time I rewatch it. I honestly think this might be peak DC film. I'm not sure if it's my favorite. I think The Batman might still be like my number one, but I think this might be as good as DC can possibly ever get. It's just.
I don't want to say that because I think it's a disservice to everything that they. Because then you will go watching everything, going, "Oh, it's not going to be as good as Superman." It's like, no, I don't. I mean, I'm not doing that, but
yeah, I see what you mean there. Yeah, I get that.
But it's definitely. I would say it's the Batman level for the complete opposite reasons the Batman's there for.
Okay, see.
It probably is my favorite one.
I have that Iron Man 1 feeling with this. When I watched Iron Man 1, I walked out of that movie and I told my friend, I looked straight at him. I was like, this is better than Spider-Man or anything else Marvel has ever done. And we got into an argument and I was like, no. This is going to be the way of the future for this brand. Mark my words. And he was like, but Spider-Man 4 is going to be, how did that work out? Hey, I know you're listening to this. How did that work out? How did Spider-Man 4 work out, man?
It's coming. There's an AI trailer, I tell you.
Okay, so if I show up with a black eye, it's because he found me in the gym and decked me in the face.
Give him 2 black eyes, it'd be really funny.
I'm gonna wear my glasses. I fell on 2 doorknobs, I swear. It's
you hit the doorknob upstairs, fell down the stairs, hit the one at the bottom of the stairs.
Right. Like I already got my tickets again, bought for this. I'm seeing it again this weekend. I love this film. I can't wait to talk about it more with spoilers. That's really what I'm waiting for, because we're kind of dancing around a lot of stuff in this spoiler-free discussion.
It's weird because there's not a lot of spoilers, really, because it's running through so much of it, but there are.
It's just the little minor details in the spoilers that we don't want to get into. So hopefully we see you guys there. It's like, I don't know, the $2 or $3 to join us for a month. If you guys want extra discussions, there's always 1 to 2 a week. They're more in-depth. It's unfiltered, so we can swear and get our feelings off that. So hopefully we see you guys there. So that's where we're actually going to wrap up this entire podcast and discussion. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully you guys are watching Superman, and we will see you next week for hopefully a show full of news. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.